Yo, what's up, chat? How we doing? Bum bum ba ba. Okay. So today we're doing something a little different than usual. Meet rack. Instance invite plus. Join. And now for something completely different. Yes, completely wholesome content that may include crying at some point. Ashword. There we go. Cry every other stream. Wow. Wow. Uncalled for. Completely undeserved. Can't believe you've done this. Figures and change. Better not be having tracking issues again. So right now we're just waiting on HB. So we can do a scene with Lillian and Oswald. It'd be a good time, hopefully. Hopefully a good time. Theta, Sakoto, Brim, Charles, Nerelia. I think I might be missing someone. I think I'm missing Nietzsche. I need to put Nietzsche in there. Look who it is! You're in the wrong.
Howdy.
You're in the wrong uniform, sir.
I know. I was fixing that up.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Doing good?
Yeah. So, how do you want to have this scene done? I'm assuming this is happening in the inn.
Yeah, in the inn. I figure since you said Oswald likes to hang out in the foyer, maybe
Not likes. It's more this time. It's a case of him due to what happened yesterday. He's just not able to sleep, so he's basically just standing up, wandering around his room, realizing it's like a fucking cage for him, and then he just steps out into the foyer, and he's gonna be sitting there.
Ah, yes, bigger cage.
It's better than nothing, so it's better than his other hotel room, which is like
Small and
probably
cramped.
like maybe bigger, like a little bit more bigger than his fucking wingspan, and just his bed is probably like. I always joked about the fact that his bed in the other hotel room is literally just him laying down, his head on the pillow, but his like
His knees
the
are
bed
hanging
just
off.
cuts off by his thighs.
Oh no. That's the worst feeling.
It is not made for big people in mine.
So I'm thinking like a insomnia moment, like a early morning scene.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A note
Is this
for
more recorded, streamed? What are we dealing with?
this
here
is
from your end?
streamed. I am currently live.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yes.
It is all good. Just checking.
Yep. Just as a note for you, the player,
Yeah.
Lillian's eyes currently have a purplish sheen, kind of like soft glow type thing.
Okay.
I didn't have the beans to do the model work, but yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
Her eyes are purplish for a moment. I think that's it. So I'm gonna start in Lillian's in room. If you want to start wherever
I'll
you
put
want to
myself
start,
in
and
the foyer.
we'll
Yeah.
meet in the
Like I
foyer.
said, we can absolutely do that.
Cool.
Let me.
You need to turn your locomotion on.
Thank you. I forgot that one. Let me. There you go. Feeling loco.
Lillian Didactic arc? No, she had one single hit of Little Ann yesterday. She feels awful about it. So. Okay. Cards up in 3. I toss and I turn. And the bed isn't getting any more comfortable. Because it's filled with ghosts. Let's see if maybe I can find something to do. That's concerning, I guess. I don't typically see you over here.
Usually I don't stay here, is the case. Just after yesterday, I needed a little bit of a, I guess, wallpaper change. Did not really want to go outside the bubble, so I asked Aruka, and they had a room available for me for the time being.
Well,
What is, you doing okay? Can't sleep? Or
can't
is still
sleep.
more of an early bird?
Yeah, I can't sleep.
That makes two of us then.
3 in the morning. Pretty, common time for insomnia.
I tried sleeping, got like maybe 2 hours in, but then just bumped myself awake, and here I am. I hope people like Void are not mad. I used the backdoor access to the bar and got myself some water.
I'm sure they won't mind.
Yeah, still though when it comes to that, what's keeping you up? You doing good?
I'll share mine if you share yours. What's on your mind?
On my end, I'm just... Yesterday when stuff happened with Stone, I don't know, just the sensation of getting looked at by all these weapons, it was terrifying by my end. Have you ever been in corporate sector up top? Past Rip and Chip?
No, I don't think I've heard of Stone either.
Stone is a gentleman who, I believe, has worked in the past with Mercer. And I think also Exy. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure Mercer might have some history with him. He's a gentleman who is, I think, what is it called again? I think he's called Black Iron something. I forgot. Again, name jumps not in the hand right now. I had a discussion with him about some individuals within sector here who are just running around in stealth, bothering people and seeming to cause general nuisance. I was confused because there were some of them who I was not aware of, and he politely dragged me over into the corporate sector to give me further details, which then turned more into just shouting match on his part, me trying to be polite, communicate, and him just kind of getting further and further into it of how frustrated he is with things. And then it turned into, how do I say, you only really get to notice how many automated sentry turrets are within the corporate sector when they're all pointed at you at the same time. He pushed me because I tried to correct him. He basically pushed me and told me, "You don't open your mouth when I'm talking." And as that happened, I felt every single weapon that was up on the ceiling, on the walls, just all aimed towards me. Like they were ready to turn me into paste. And, no, I mean, Stone itself was not the issue. It was that sensation, like you're watching barrel of gun. Straight down, expecting for the bullet to come, but it does not. It was not a good feeling. Like I said, was in bed, trying to sleep. I roll over. I hear his voice. The next thing I know, I see the weapons again. And it's not a good feeling. kind of makes me understand a little bit how other people feeling when my big ass frame stands in front of them. Sometimes I have feeling they might also feel like they're looking at the end of bullet by the fact that I'm just standing in front of them. They expect me to just put my hand or something. I was scared. I'm not going to lie. It was a fucking scary experience.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being scared of having a gun pointed at you. It's when it stops scaring you that you should be worried.
I think I would agree with you, but again, for me, it's more issue that if the gun is just pointed at me, I don't mind. It's just me. But my worry is by the sound of it. He's getting impatient, frustrated, maybe even angry. Not just with security, what seems to be with, I guess, place in general. Talked about how this entire place, the meat rack, rip and chip, this entire mega building area is valuable. And apparently that he hates it. Again, I don't know. He says that, how do I say? Big things might be happening in the future. I don't think they're good. And I don't know. I'm just one of those individuals where if I fuck up, if I say something wrong, if I accidentally instigate something, I want to be the one to take the blame. I don't mind taking the bullet. Hopefully not in my head, but you know what I mean. But if the idea is there that other people might be taking the bullet for me, or heaven forbid taking a bullet they don't even deserve, it's not really thought I'd like to live with, you know?
I understand. I wish I had advice for you. Comforting words. All I have are 2 shoulders.
Now those are pretty broad shoulders though, so I get it. Pretty sure
Not
they can
that
handle it.
broad.
No, but I think they can hold themselves a little bit of something, so I don't think it's that bad. Plus, I don't think it's... You look at me in my face like I insulted you. I think it's more endearing, if anything.
I don't
Point
think...
is this. I am going to see what happens in future. Apparently I'm skinned. Eden and security wants to have conversation with him. But there is thought in back of the head where I feel like if escalates, goes worse, something happens. It's like that twinge that always just kind of tickles you when something is... I have a feeling it might be my fault. Because I couldn't handle it, couldn't understand what was going on sooner. Try my best to be well informed, look left and right, get information from people, but I guess in the moment I felt confused, overwhelmed. And if I'm the fault that... If I would be the fault that people get hurt in meat rack in place, I'm not sure if I'd be too calm after that. But I'm sorry I cut into what you were saying.
Mm-mm. Don't be sorry. Don't apologize.
I mean, it's rude to interrupt a lady, so...
don't remember what I was saying anyway, but if you think that somehow this might all be your fault somehow, it might be worth looking into why you feel that way, but you're a very sweet, caring individual from what I've seen. And I don't think that anything you have done, as long as I've known you, would warrant killing an entire silly city block over.
No, and again, it's just, I don't even think it'll escalate that far. And I know Rom, Eden, Hamsky, even Mercer all said to me how I've handled it. Yes, there may have been some issues, but it is not my fault. I guess, like I said, is that self-twinge in the back of your head that sort of is self-critical of yourself. Like, the thing that, again, keeps you up in the night, where it's like, you remember yourself of an embarrassing moment that happened years ago, and then it just hits you out of nowhere. That type of twinge. But I appreciate you think of me in such a way. It's not often that I've heard people say that, despite everything. I've gathered that people at least bare minimum appreciate me, but actually hearing it is nice.
I think people deserve to know when people care about them.
I try my best to do that with other people as well. And we will always have regrets, but I want to at least live with as many of them as possible, especially now, after everything. But still, I dance around bush, talk about my own emotions, worries. I guess it's your turn now. What happened on your end?
A lot has happened. It's not uncommon for me to be unable to sleep. For me to feel the weight of my actions, the flames that ever haunt me. But I got someone killed recently.
Oh. What happened?
If I could tell you, I would.
I see.
But let's just say that someone who should have never been in a firefight got shredded by more bullets than can fill a magazine.
I had the thought with that. I had to dance with that thought as well at some point. Not that I have killed anybody, but again, I'm in a security position. So I need to consider aspects of what might happen. And crossfire of innocent is also possibility. I think my question is, how did it happen? Again, you cannot talk about who, you cannot talk about why, but you can at least tell me how it happened.
I put them there. That's...
Put them there. My question is the case where you put them there intentionally, or did you just tell them to be there and them being in an unfortunate position?
Both. I regret the actions that I took that led to all these bandages, and I
Go on.
It's not the first time I've gotten someone killed. It probably will not be the last. I contend with every day the question of whether or not I'm a decent person, if I'm doing the right thing. I don't have the answer. But as you can see, it keeps me up at night. Haunts my dreams. It weighs on me at all times.
I will ask you something. Might be a little bit of philosophical question, but do you believe in true good people? People who can do no mistake, always make the right choice, and always end up doing the right thing for everybody?
No. It's not possible. It will always be a
I feel
matter of
like-
perspective, and
Perspective is something that not a lot of people can have. It maybe sounds weird to say, but we all are in our own unique position because we are experiencing our own perspective like no one else can, because we're living it. What you experience, what you see, you could never experience the same thing that I see. Not because you can put yourself in the same situation, but because you're not me, and I'm not you. But the point is, when it comes to you putting other people in that position and to worry, again, there are nuances that you might have seen or not seen. And if you've done this, put them intentionally there, it might have been for a purpose. But I don't think, from how you talk about it, the purpose was for them to get, what you said, shredded with bullets. There is a stark difference between good people, bad people, and just people. Good people don't make mistake at all. They just do as perfect. Bad people will do mistake intentionally, specifically because they can. And you know what normal people do? When they make mistake, they have regret. My question is to you. Do you have regret?
yeah.
In my opinion, in this life, in this world that we live, a mistake can happen. Yes, it can cost the lives of others. But in the end of the day, the only thing that you can do is take that experience, that, as I said, visual that you experienced in your life, and live with it. Try your best to see what you've done, see where the mistake was, and then also think, is it my fault, partly even, or is it just literally how life sometimes is, unpredictable, unfortunate, or just downright cruel. Because from what I've seen so far of you, I don't think you're, at heart, a bad person, despite what you might have to say. I think you are I say this with the most utmost respect and politeness. You're flawed. But so am I. So are others. So Sokoto, Mercer, Ramsky, every one of them has flaws. Point of view is just this. Seeing your flaws, working on them, is different than just sitting on your ass and saying, it's just how I am. Just accept me how it is or take the door. Again, and you had... I heard things that... How do I say? I had the conversations when it comes to you and Kurgane. It's... As I said, the mind is a place that is not always kind. It is cruel, fucked up, and when you least expect it, that little twinge will come and remind you of something that happened in the past. But in the end, all we can do is try to live with it. Again, I live in unique position. I don't remember my past. I don't know if I was a good person. Don't know if I was a bad person. But I am now. That's what matters. Can I say something that, in all honesty, and you can tell me to fuck off if it's too close. When you talk with people, I am someone who tries to be observant of people. Body language, how they talk. I have been keeping an eye on you ever since I got to meet you. You seem to carry with you weight. Like, how do I say? It almost feels like a mule who carries too much and is just one twig away from falling to the ground. You don't have to tell me. But is it part of the reason why things happened with Kurogane? Or what her name was?
I can tell you what happened with Kuragari. I just can't tell you why I have all these bandages on.
Hey. Give me your hand. Put it on table. You tell me what you want to tell. I'm not pushing for information. This is normal conversation.
Oswald.
I'm not here to... What?
If I didn't want to tell you, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you, hey, I'll catch you up. I wouldn't tell you that I care about you and I value your opinion. I know that I don't have to share things that I don't want to. But I want to. The struggle is finding people who want to listen.
It is sort of small reaction. 2 weeks ago I had an individual tell me it's like when I asked them that they were like, I'm sorry I bombarded you with sentences and, opinions. Your presence intimidated me and I felt cornered. And I just, ever since I heard that, I don't want people to feel the same way.
No.
Especially when I'm just having normal conversation.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
A week ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't remember now. Time is blurring together. I was in the arcade with Rebecca and Sakoto, and
Duh.
we were just shooting pool and shooting the shit, right? It was the anniversary of my crash. The day that I lost my legs and I crashed the plane that I was in. So I was already not doing well. Trying to distract myself, trying to focus on everything in the present. And Paige came in, told us that Malleus McKay was here. And I panicked. I know that if he sees Paige, it probably will not be a good time. I don't want that man to see that person and become obsessed like he is with Sakoto. So
Is Mickey obsessed with Sakoto? Why is that?
I don't know why. But I know he is.
And
I know
I
he
know
is.
Paige has. Go on.
Sorry. I know he's obsessed to the point that Sakoto has to play a part and has begged and pleaded people not to get involved because it will make it worse for her. Whatever situation she's in, she can't get out of, and I can't help. And it bothers me. And I don't want to feel that feeling twice with Paige. So I started focusing on what I could do, keeping Rebecca safe, keeping Paige out of sight and safe, and the stress began to feel like a combat zone. It started to weigh on me. I couldn't breathe. When I knew it was safe, or safer, I left Paige with Haruka, and I went to find a corner to break down in. And on the way, I ran into Sakoto, who asked what's wrong, and I told her I can't talk about it right now. I just wanted to be left alone so that I could try to breathe. Karagari had a extreme interest in me. They followed me. They appeared in a corner, and it was like I wasn't just seeing Karagari in the corner. I was seeing faces of dead comrades, and it's not gonna make sense. But
It's.
I pulled my gun and I just sat there like this. I was like, leave me alone. I'm not doing well. I don't have what it takes to handle you right now, and I don't want to, I knew I was volatile. I knew I was a danger. And next thing I know, they're in my face and I'm shooting at them.
Did you have no chance to walk away? Did they have you there? Could you not move?
I couldn't will myself to walk. I couldn't breathe.
I see.
everything was closing in. It was a cage. It's like okay. So Kuragari came up to me, stunned me, and folded me into my own mind. And just like that, I was trapped inside my own head, reliving the crash that has scarred me since it happened.
I see.
Sakoto and Charles, Haruka, Paige, Theta, all of them had to come in and get me out. That's why we were all in here on the floor.
The crash, everything that was going on in Iraq, the constant protective feeling that you have for others. Lily, can I make an assumption? Dear, have you ever truly left the combat zone? Because when I look at you, in all honesty, I feel like as if the drums of war never had chance to crescendo.
No. In a lot of ways, I'm still there. I'm still in that pilot seat. I'm trapped. I can constantly feel flames licking my skin. I constantly feel the pain in my legs. All
Again, I can understand.
when I close my eyes at night, all I can hear is the sounds of metal screaming, cannons roaring. I have not left that pilot seat. I've turned the beacon on and I've asked for help. And I don't know.
So that is what she meant when she said that the whole aspect of a broken mind, and the only one who can help is you. And you asked her for help. It is, heaven forbid, it is not easy. I could never imagine the pain that you have felt with everything. And I am genuinely so sorry, dear, that all of that has happened to you.
I can't tell if it's sympathy or pity.
No. It is an incredible amount of sadness that I feel for you. Because I see how you are with friends, people who you like the company of. You smile, you joke. You carry all of that on your back, always behind you. Lily, are you... You must be tired, dear.
I'm so tired.
I can't imagine. Is there a way that can help. I know she said it starts with you, but does not mean that I cannot be there to assist.
That's the problem, isn't it?
You don't know where to start.
More importantly, you can't help an injured soldier that just wants to go back. I never left because I don't know how to leave. I don't know what to do if I'm not there.
Can I ask something personal that might be silly? What sort of hobbies do you have? What do you do in your free time?
Think, plan, prepare. Watch over the people I care about as best I can.
Lily, that is not a hobby. That is a job. That is a passion. What do you do for yourself to relax?
I don't know.
I see.
I've been a hard worker my entire life. I've thrown myself into every objective until it's done.
Then let me put it into language you can understand. Not saying you're dumb, but you understand what I'm trying to say when I say someone with your experience would understand what happens when a plane is in the air for too long, runs out of fuel, and needs to come down and land. You've been running on emergency rations of fuel for so long at this point. And I understand. I would not want to I don't know what to immediately help you as well, but the one thing I can say for certainty is you need to come out of the air and safely land. Because the longer you're up there, the more you risk breaking the plane. Because I know for a fact, you out of all people, you know that that is not something you'd want to do to your engineers. Because it will cause a lot more time to recover. How often did you fly when you were a pilot?
I was part of the quick response force for the United Sanctuary's Air Defense Force. We had missions 2-3 times a week.
And without going into classified stuff that might get me or you in trouble, how long did said missions take?
Not as long as you might think.
Give me a rough estimate.
Mm, 10 to 20 minutes to the hairball, about 10 to 20 minutes in the hairball, 10 to 20 minutes of
So let's go
patrol, and
roughly-
then 10 to 20 minutes RTP. Then there was the hour-long debrief, and
No. Don't worry about debrief. Because debrief implies that the plane is already on the ground. When it comes to you, how much time did you spend in the air?
multiple hours.
Multiple hours. You understand how long you've been flying for now? The pressure with everything that you've been doing? You've been needing a debrief for so fucking long. But you never had chance to land.
I don't know what to do with this information.
What I'm implying is, dear, you are so focused on everything that has happened. Constantly under stress. The aspect, I need to be doing something. I need to protect. I need to serve. I need to do everything else. That at no point did you ever get chance to land, rest, and think of yourself. When was the last time in your life where you genuinely looked at yourself, something that you've done, and you said, I'm just going to do this for myself? Anything. Simple as sitting in front of TV, watching a show, having a drink, having a smoke. Just something simple you can do for yourself. Not for others, but for you.
The last time was yesterday. But before that,
Okay?
I can't remember.
Because Lillian, that should be a wake-up call for you. To understand that there needs to be active change. And yes, it is not easy. But that's why we're here to help. People who care. You sit there and might be worried about where do I start? What do I do? Sometimes it's not about finding a start point. Sometimes it's just about letting the engine run until you think it's the time to fly. Tell me this. Ever since everything, ever since your injuries, coming here with people, meeting people, is there ever something that you really wanted to do ever since you got here? It can be simple. Going somewhere out to eat, watching a movie. I don't know, even just going to a bowling alley. Literally anything.
Everything I've done has had a purpose. Everything that I continue to do has a purpose. To find the source of little n, to rest so that I can continue what I'm working on, to protect the people I care about, to further my understanding of a culture I don't understand to.
But everything has a purpose. When was the last time you did something without a purpose? Simply for enjoyment?
Since I was a child.
It has been a while. I feel like after everything you've done, not counting what has happened recently, but after everything you went through, you deserve a little fun in your life. Genuine enjoyment.
No. There's too much at stake. There's too many people that can get hurt. There are too many variables.
Lillian. Dear. No one's going to die in a bowling alley. You're fine. Everything has variables, I understand. But in the end of the day, sometimes it's not about the aspect of letting the variables scare you out of just being alive. You've been through something so traumatic, and yet you should just enjoy yourself. Yes, purpose, keep moving, but understand how fortunate you are to be alive. I would be absolutely in your position. It's fine. You can have the rest. And look at you shaking. There's something on your mind.
I don't know what it is.
You can tell me if I'm wrong. There is no issue with it.
I just don't know what it is.
And sometimes I feel like we'd not get answer. It will have that little twinge in the back of your neck, in the back of head, that will just be there. But I think what is important is to live despite of it. I mean, I don't want to, how do I say? Look at my position. The way how I am, with my armor, the way how I dress myself, how I put myself up, back forward, and the fact that I'm pretty much taller than most people who run around in these streets. When people first saw me, I got side eyes, people were terrified. And I could have just said, people are never going to talk to me. People are going to just let me be, and I'm going to just die in street. No money, no food. That is the end of me. But yet I tried to still communicate, try to talk. tried to live life as best as I could. I got to meet lovely people in Rip and Chip, funny people in Garage. Got to enjoy the company of Hemskin, everybody in security. And then I also get to meet lovely people like yourself. In the end, it's all about just feeling alive for once. Not the feeling of, I need to do something. I need to consider this purpose. I'm not spending my time properly. I should do this. But sometimes you need to just be alive.
I hear what you're saying. I don't know what it means. I have been constantly pushing, constantly striving to further goals, to gain the approval of others.
But why do you seek approval of others? Because in the end of the day, I had the same thing when I first got here. I had conversation with individual, old guy, walked in, walked out, never have seen him again. I said, these people have done so much for me. I need to make sure they're happy. And he flat out told me, why do you seek that? Because you want to, or because you feel like it needs to be a thing? At the end of the day, there is one person. Go ahead, speak up, dear, you okay?
I want their approval.
Mm-hmm. In the end, it is not wrong to want approval, to be accepted, to be wanted. But the one thing I feel like you should remember, the one person you're going to be around with for the rest of your life, it's yourself. You should not seek approval of others. The first thing you should always do is find approval of yourself. And it is difficult. This is not something you can just snap your fingers and have it all be solved. Oh, heaven forbid. Everything I'm talking to you about is not something I'm expecting you to do like this. It's a process. It takes time. The castle is not built in a single day. It's built with a lot of work, rock by rock. I know for a fact, from what I've seen so far of you, you definitely are headstrong to have capability to do so.
It hurts.
I know it does.
It hurts to keep banging my head against the same wall. I keep getting shot by bullets. I'm tired of hurting.
Certain things we cannot change in life. The only thing we can do is to get better at accepting the worries that come our way. And I cannot take the pain away. I am not doctor. I am not expert. I'm not you. But I can be there for you. Can try to be there for you to scream. I can be there for you to talk. And even if it's just holding someone, I can also do that. Okay? Come here. It's okay. You're a brave woman.
I'm not.
You've been through a lot. It takes a lot of bravery to go through all of this and keep walking. I know for a fact others might have not made it, and yet here you are.
I'm scared.
I know. But it's okay to be scared. Again, whatever happens, you're not alone, okay? Bah, gonna be sitting here. Feel like it might be better. Tell me, what's on your mind? Go ahead.
I'm changing the topic.
You're fine. Whatever direction you want.
Oswald, why
If you're
why
Go ahead.
do you never take your helmet off?
I have. It's very forward of you, but for me, I have had. It's a weird feeling. I can take it off. I do it in my private space. I've taken it off when I try to sleep, but I don't know. It is a fear reaction in my body. The idea that someone sees my face, it's like all my muscles tense up by the thought. When I first got here, I went through medical checkup with Exi, as well as a lady by the name of Regia. And they were checking, they were taking off the armor, they were making sure that, areas were fine. And when they wanted to ask me to remove my helmet, I think I remember specifically it was Regia going for the helmet, and there was just a visceral fear in me. Just a urge to stop her immediately. I don't feel like it's magical. It's not a compulsion or like I'm being forced to do it by magic. It is just... Maybe I'm scared.
Security.
I don't know.
Your helmet brings you security.
More boys than one, that's true. It's a... I guess it's a way maybe to disconnect myself as well. Maybe it's, again, I thought about it, maybe it's a way for me to not let people close to me, If they don't know my face, then, they can't really fully connect, But again, I don't know. Madam Void asked me the same question. Why don't take my helmet off? I joked about it that, I just didn't take it off because I was too ugly. Wouldn't want people to see my face and immediately fall over. I don't know. But I agree, it does give me a feeling of security.
Metal can't feel.
You might be true with that. But in the end of the day, the people I talk to, the people I meet, metal might not be able to feel. But this down here, this can. And it's definitely something that I felt with a lot of people. In the end of the day, helmet is something I just have for myself. And I've met people where I even say that I get more comfortable with them. Joked about aspects of if things go well, I might even show them what's underneath the helmet. But for now, I just am. That's what I try to do. I guess I'm just thankful to be alive.
I wish more people were just thankful to be alive. As not everyone gets to be at the end of the day.
That's why I try to look at every conversation, everyone I meet with so much optimism and smile. Because we don't know if his last day, especially in a place like Sefira. You could be having lovely conversation. Next thing you know, bullet goes to the head. We don't know. But in the end, we are in the now, and we are alive. That's what matters.
Well, you know what else matters?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, some big lug told me that remembering to eat and drink water every day matters.
But it's true. So I made sure to actually drink water. Unlike other lovely ladies who decide to forget it sometimes.
Thank you.
I try. Try with everybody. I've been told compassion is one of the rarest things to have nowadays, and I try my best to spread it amongst everybody equally.
Just be sure that you're saving some for yourself. Don't be taking so much onto your own shoulders that you can't carry your own problems.
No, I think the only problem that I have is not being... I'm able to share my load when it comes to what I'm carrying. I think the only problem that I have, and something that is... Madam Void has repeatedly bashed me verbally on the back of the head, is that I keep on spending so much on other people. Drinks in bar, food, sometimes even taking smaller medical bills. I'm just grateful for what the people have given me. I want to return it. No, What's going through your mind?
That it's late.
It is. I think if between us somebody should sleep, it might likely be you. I don't think at this point I'll be able to sleep anymore.
It's kind of the problem I'm having is I don't know if I can sleep. So I'm trying to figure out if I should put on my hoodie and head somewhere and get something done, or I should just sit and fight the ghosts in my bed.
I mean, so far from what I've seen, you're pretty good at fighting at things, so I think you should be fine.
You should try to get some sleep.
I'll see what I can do. I'll figure it out. Unless you need help fighting ghosts.
I mean, it's nice to have backup, but
It's all good. Just promise me something, Lillian.
uh-oh, scary words.
Believe me, scary words from scary man, but
You're not scary.
other people might disagree with you. Give me your hand. Be a bit more nicer to yourself, dear. You do deserve it.
Promises are absolute. I promise to try.
Trying is the bare minimum I accept. And don't forget, if you ever need me, you have my number.
Just make sure you know that goes both ways.
Oh, I'm very much aware of that.
There is not a wall
what?
I won't break down to make sure the people I care about are safe.
No, you saying you care about me?
Is there a reason I shouldn't?
Your funeral. But I like the way you talk.
At least it's a funeral I chose.
Now those are some good words I give you.
Good night. Hold.
Stay safe, dear. I'll still be around for a little bit once I head out. I'll maybe have a talk with Haruka if I'm going to be taking the room for a longer while. If I do, then something happens in night, even if I sleep. Don't be afraid to knock, okay?
Normally I'm in one of the apartments. I say normally, that's where I'm supposed to be, but I didn't want to be over there with things with data at the moment, so
What is with Theda?
let me throw this away.
Go for it.
Theta knows and was there when I got these bandages. And I'm not entirely sure why she's upset with me, but if I had to guess, probably because I shot someone unarmed.
No, it's understandable. I think it's definitely a reason to have opinions about, but again,
Motivations don't change the action. There was a conversation that I had recently. If the ends justify the means, what wrongs are acceptable? And I don't know the answer to that.
but ends justify the means is also a slippery slope to get you to the aspect of immorality because you think it is the right thing to do.
Well, I'm learning that lesson the hard way right now.
But Madame is learning. Plus, I feel like someone like you have enough space up there that should be replaced with more pleasant ideas and memories.
Yeah, well, you've got more space in here for just yourself.
Yet I thought I was the sentimental and philosophical one, but now you start hitting me with this stuff.
Don't dish it out if you can't take it, Oswald.
Dear, before you go, come here for a moment.
Mm.
Just want to see something. Look at me. Have you always had shine in your eyes?
No?
Not sure. I know I remember you having more bluish eyes, but had a little bit of and maybe it's the light hitting me the wrong way. Not sure. When you're back in Rome, maybe you look for yourself. Maybe in mirror or something.
I'll look at it, yeah.
You're going to be fine.
I've got to be. There's too many people counting on me.
Are you going to be fine, dear?
I will be fine.
Good. If not, I'm going to be out. I'm going to try my best to have conversation with people. And once I'm back, I'm going to give you a call. See how update is on your end. And you're going to answer me honestly. If you're not okay, you tell me. And I'll be there.
Alright.
Don't start spinning
No,
your
no,
head like,
Shut up!
What? Am I saying something wrong, madame?
I'll fight you. I'll fight you.
No, I didn't know you can be adorable as well. Just make sure you don't get yourself into trouble, okay?
I will not get myself into more trouble than I can dig myself out of.
I'll meet you halfway on that statement, fair enough. Just do stay safe, okay, dear?
Thank you.
Of course.
Good night, Oswald.
Take care of yourself, Lily.
What is this about purple eyes? Oh no. No, 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 no. damn it. It starts with 1, doesn't it? It always does. Yay!
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope
I
didn't fucking yap
enjoyed-
your ear off with Oswald.
I always like talking to Oswald. I hope you enjoyed listening to Lily just fucking break.
No, I mean, for Oz, it was more a case of kind of, how do I say this? He is, again, I try to play him as somebody who is perceptive, who at least tries to look at people's body language, and he is seen enough times, passed enough times with Lily. She has a lot of weight on her.
Mm-hmm.
She has a lot of stuff that has not been resolved. There's still stuff that's being worked on. But yet, he always notices one thing, and that means she's always active. Always talking about things that is not just relaxation, but purely business, work, caring about people, this and that, everything that is an occupation.
Yep.
When Oz is talking about, hey, let's just exist for a moment. The aspect of let's not do protecting people, let's not do this, let's not do that, let's just exist. That is the thing I think Lily just has extreme difficulties with, because it shows inaction.
Yep.
In kind of this, it's the rolling stone principle, it keeps on rolling, but even if you try to put a rock in it, it's just gonna bounce up and get faster.
Yep.
It needs to find a time where it slowly spins out and then finds a good stop.
There was a line from one of my other characters that kind of fits Lillian very well. I am a woman of action until there is no action to be taken.
Yeah. And that's why I also mentioned with Oz the whole, we've talked about that line before, about the whole, for you it sounds like looking at you I can see the drums of war could never crescendo. Like
I
entire line,
was
yeah,
so
that's-
happy when you dropped that line. I was like, God damn, it's such a good line. Ugh. But yeah, I'm really glad it went that way.
Yeah, no. It was definitely very fun.
I threw in a Linkin Park reference at the very end. You weren't there, but Lillian went to the mirror to check her eyes, and she's like, "Fuck."
If you're about to say if you say it, in the end it didn't even matter,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna scream at
no.
you.
It starts with 1.
Okay. Oh god. 1.
It's
1.
It starts with 1.
Fucking- Good god. No, like I said, that was a cute scene though, especially towards the end with it. It's kind of like more the cards around the table. And again, when she started getting more back into that sort of like, she started building herself up again in like a panicky sort of like, I need to, the calculations, the odds, what can happen, the variables, and it's just like, you are not in the pilot seat. You do not need to calculate when a missile is going to strike. You need to calculate the aspect of the food from the fucking fork to your mouth. That's what you need to calculate.
Yeah,
Oz is definitely going to be reaching out as well.
I think
So the plan is right now. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think Oswald is I don't know if foil is the right word. They're a good like counterweight, I guess.
Mm-hmm. They're sort of kind of a reality check, maybe.
Yeah.
Again, it's the aspect of you're living in this sort of, due to your own trauma that you have, due to everything that you've built, you're in this sort of world that you've created for yourself. With the fears, the factors, the variables, everything, it's in your head. And yes, a lot of it is external, but a lot of it is your own mind making you scared, making you feel like you need to do this, you need to act, you need to keep on pushing forward. When in reality is, you're not fighting a lion, the cat's standing in front of you.
Yeah. But you were starting to say,
He will, so the plan for me is now is looking at the time. I'm probably going to hop over into Bayo 9 now. And just do stuff there. I'm not sure what your plan is. If you're potentially also hopping over with Lily, or if you're just basically having it be
so
fine.
Bayonne 1, Lillian is still healing. Like, she is still very injured.
Yeah.
2,
She's still recovering on that aspect, yeah.
Bayo 9 is doing a chaos lobby today, which is why I'm not there. Because it's not in Bayo 9, it's in some other location. Let me actually check it real quick. They're in Stell Orbital. Like,
Okay, a stealth orbital Among Us zone? Like, what the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
Okay, the thing what I need to check is this. Is the person that I'm looking for online? If they're not online, then I should be okay.
Who are you looking
Are
for?
they online? So, I had a little bit of a text RP, and, I needed to look into it. I had a small thing, not scheduled, but kind of set up with Ashinera.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I don't want to go too deep into that sort of like what happened between them. It's more like they're basically, the plan was to go to Bayo 9, which probably is not going to be the case because it's a chaos lobby, and them, due to multiple reasons, just kind of drinking with each other, just having just vodka, just alcohol, and just drinking essentially. And the plan was for Oz that, again, go to Bayo 9, do stuff with Ashu. Once that is done, depending on how that entire thing ends, if Oswald for some reason leaves together with Ashu, then he's probably gonna make sure that she's okay, make sure that she gets home, this and that. But if he would not have left without, if he would have left without her in this sense, he is probably going to message Lily afterwards and basically check up on her, like after the talk, how she's doing, just kind of like,
Yeah.
how do I say this? Letting the conversation sit and simmer, just kind of how she's doing. And if she's doing good, he's going to be like, all right, fair enough. I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm not gonna fucking be I'm not gonna be a fly constantly buzzing around you and orbiting. But if she's like, hey, I'm not doing too hot, like ever, due to just, again, on mental or something, he would most likely then come to her room, basically, and just be like, hey, you wanna just sit together? I got my phone, we can watch something on there or something, like anything. Just them doing some stuff together.
Yep, we'll see what happens.
Treat it however you wish to. Again, I think since the lobby is up, I'm gonna imply that since Ashu's not online, unless I see them in a bit, I'm assuming they're not going to be online, in which case I'll give it like until I see the ping that the lobby's closed from Bayo 9, and then around that time I'll try to message in character of like, so basically give you the in character message like, hey, how
Sure.
you doing? And then you can just reply to me however you wish to.
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap up stream and
Feel
work
free
on
to.
a character trailer for the rest of the day. So,
Ooh, look at you being fancy.
you wanna see the character in question?
Oh, absolutely.
See what she's looking like. Or you can just break.
Or you can also just not load.
There we go. Oh, it's reset. No, this is not the correct look.
Ooh.
There we go. Put her back in green. She hasn't been in blue in a long time.
Nah, she's cute. Is this your, I forgot, was this your Sins of Arda character?
Yes, this is Rebecca. This is my Sins of Avarda. You think Lily's a fucking, like, sassy, fiery little shithead? Rebecca's way worse.
Oh no, but so the thing about it is, what you don't know is Oswald was, Oz as a character was in a different RP previously, which was a private RP. He was still kind-hearted, but also a lot more like, he cared about certain individuals, but else he was a lot more I don't give a fuck and sassy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if that version of Oz would meet like her, oh, they would fucking clash.
Oh,
they would just sass each other back and forth.
They'd love each other, because Lillian's whole thing is, I care about my people, and no one else.
Mhm.
I'm tired of you fucking with my shit. I'm tired of you fucking with my shit. Like, she's an assassin character.
Mhm.
Like, her
Yep.
whole thing is, let me sneak around and get what information I can, and then give it to the people who are paying me. And then, as long as the people I care about are safe, then surely I'm doing something right. Right?
That's kind of how again, that's where I kind of separate the aspects, where the name is still, in certain aspects, connected to Oz, which I'm not going to reveal, but in that RP, he was referred to by his call sign, which was Daisy. So
Aww.
he was very... Yeah, so the way they called him, again, the same way as call signs are being applied, which is something that, like, normally you don't give yourself.
Right.
The reason why they called him Daisy was because he was always someone who, despite his size, was very much constantly reading books, like getting educated and stuff, while everybody's like, student soldier shit, training and this and that. He was always a lot more antisocial, so they made jokes about him being a wallflower, so they referred to him as a Daisy.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Was Oswald in ATK?
No, he was not.
What closed RP
He
was it?
was this was a Neon Divide alternative,
Oh, okay.
or previously known as in Neon Divide fan RP.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and again, it was a good time there, but yeah, he has not been around for a bit, so I decided it's like, hey, might as well bring him in the metaverse. He fits the style, the sort of like almost gruff, rustic aspect of the armor. I thought it might fit for the general vibe of things like waterfronts and everything
Yeah.
Iraq related. So
I think
Might
he
as well just
fits
hop in
really
there.
well. I'm very curious why he's got fucking skids on his boots. I thought about asking about it in
So,
character.
I can tell you in character, I can tell you, he would just say, I don't know what my armor is like that. It's just the way how I basically had it
because
when
he's
I
got
woke
these
up.
claws too.
I know what, I'm mechanically speaking, I know what they're doing. The thing is, Oz doesn't know that.
Mm.
I mean, it's a case where a lot of, due to the fact that he woke up with memory issues and just straight up not remembering his previous life, also means that a lot of it is just rediscovering who he is.
Right.
That also implies his limits, what he can do, what he can't do, and also in the sense of kind of just adapting to the fact that some things he's just a lot more naturally talented in than just like one of the things I have planned, which is a small scene whenever it happens, I don't mind spoiling that, is that Oz is going to, when he gets to a position where he's like, oh, I'm going to go to a shooting range and like do some sports firing with people. People are going to realize real quick that for some reason his muscle memory is extremely good at like reloading, adjusting a weapon, everything, and just, it's, to him, he's like, I don't know why, it just feels right. I don't know why it's that way. And again, to him, it's a lot like just, it's muscle memory that he cannot remember.
Yeah.
It's the programming is there, just the folder where it belongs. He does not hold, he no longer has that.
What's with the skids?
I mean, out of character, it's because This is the entire model is just a Destiny model. This entire thing is a Titan armor essentially, and the skids in itself is because the outfit is very, again, you can see that by just everything very bear themed, and also the skids meaning like snow basically.
Interesting.
But in character, I don't know.
I don't know.
Just how just how the armor is.
Fair
Until
enough.
we ever get to be on a snowy mission, and then I'd be like, okay, now I get to have fun by giving Oswald extra speed because now he can just fucking skid down if he wants to.
Fair enough. Well,
Again, a lot of it I'm kind of just going with the flow of the RP, while also not trying to make myself seem as like, oh, I could always do this. Oh, I'm like, yes, I am so educated in magic or something, and just like, bullshit my way into being powerful. I'll just go with what makes sense.
yeah.
That's why, for example, is despite the fact that him being in this situation with Stone, having all the weaponry like pointed at him, in the end of the day, other people could have, had the roleplay aspect. Like, yeah, I kept my composure, I stayed my ground. Is like, no, if like 6 or 7 automatic turrets with whatever fuck ass glove shit of caliber ammunition this shit is aimed at you, you're going to be scared. You're going to think, oh, if this man snaps his finger, I'm going to be turned into paste. No matter how fucking buff I am, no matter how much armor I will have, those are enough rounds per minute that shit fucking rattles me.
Yeah.
That's why I try to play someone who is... Oswald is strong, just physically strong, but I still try to play him as best as I can, grounded. In
Yeah.
the sense that I don't, again, he will have things down the line. There will be things that he will discover which does make him more stronger and puts him further into that niche. But it's about discovering that in character, going forward, being involved with other people's stories, and that slowly kind of building itself, so to say.
Yeah.
Again, to me, a character is not snap your finger, boom, I'm strong. It's the gradual incline of strength. That's
Yeah.
what I care about.
Lillian's my perceived goal for Lillian at her strongest will be like really good cybernetic legs and like a really big fuck off cannon. That's my goal for her. We'll see if she ever gets there.
One of Oz's goals is just the fact that he can get comfortable enough with just everybody in general to where he can just walk around without his helmet.
Yeah. I look
Right
forward
now,
to
he is
seeing
not
that.
doing that. I mean, he's already got a head under there. I've just not shown it to people. That's all.
Yeah, don't show it until you're ready.
There's a couple people who know. I think Oblivious has already seen it from like previous conversations before he was even Metaverse, but a lot of people have not.
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait. I like the relationship that's forming between these two. Like just
Yeah, that's
how they
cute.
interact. It's really sweet.
No, like I said, I mean that's why you made jokes about like, well, you need help fighting those ghosts, wink, wink. But you're fine.
She almost took him.
That's-
She almost took him up on it. But I'm gonna wrap up. I've got work I gotta get done today. So
It's all good.
thanks for doing the
You take care of
scene.
yourself, dear.
Yes,
course.
appreciate it. So I'm gonna go in the corner now. All right, y'all. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. I hope you all really enjoyed this, because I sure did. I thought it was a great scene. We'll look at who to raid in a moment, but make sure you join the Discord. That's not the right word. It's socials. There we go. Make sure you join the Discord, follow all the socials. Also, thank you to all the people that followed. We are so close to 1,000 followers today. So, Aiden's blowing off steam. That could be interesting. Why don't you guys go give him some love? And I will catch you guys later. appreciate you coming around. And I'll probably see you tomorrow for TLM. Probably. So, have fun.